What's going on, everyone? Talen here, and welcome to another Marvel Future Fight video. Alright, so in this video here, we're going to be taking Dr. Doom in against Warboss Legend, so trying him out against Knull and Mephisto. I'll have timestamps below when I start the Knull and the Mephisto fight if you just want to skip ahead to that. But now we're going to go over Dr. Doom's stats here, and Dr. Doom is another one of my recent tier 3s, and I haven't really played with him as much as I thought I would. I was really excited for Dr. Doom when he got his tier 3. I really like this uniform here, but I don't know, he just doesn't seem as good as I thought he was going to be. He seemed very underwhelming to me the more I played with him. I found his playstyle a little frustrating to kind of get his damage to build up, so I just haven't been a fan of him. Maybe I'm just playing him wrong and there's an easier way to kind of use his skills in this kit here, but for me, I don't know, I just haven't been having fun playing Dr. Doom. But anyway, let's just go over his stats here, and then we'll take him in Warboss Legend and see what he can do. So yeah, we've got a few Urus on him just to max out a few of the stats there for Ignore, Dodge, and Skill Cooldown. I've got all of his skills fully leveled up. For his Isolate set, we have a Stage 6 Power of Angry Hulk. And then I do have a CTP of Energy on him because it seemed like he really needed a CTP of Energy. You couldn't really get away with a regular damage proc on him. And then for his uniform, we have it at Legendary, so not fully maxed out. And then if we check out the details here, since we have the CTP of Rage, we are maxed out on crit rate and dodge, because those are the important ones. We, of course, have Ignore, Defense, and Skill Cooldown maxed out, which are the next important things here for Doom. And yeah, there's his other stats if you wanted to take a look at those. But now let's go ahead and move over to Knull and see what Dr. Doom can do. Alright, so here we are over at Knull for Stage 2, like I always like to do for my testing here. This is the team I decided to use. We have Cyclops and Mystique here. We got Cyclops for his leadership and his tier 2 passive. Also, Cyclops has a CTP of Insight on him, so it'll help out. And then Mystique is just there for her tier 2 passive. And we're going to be using these strikers here. So we've got 3 dodge ignore strikers and 2 10% damage strikers. So let's see what Dr. Doom can do here. Okay, like I said at the start, I'm not a huge fan of Dr. Doom's play style. So I don't know, I just don't enjoy playing him as much as some other character or some of my other tier 3s. It's also very frustrating to get his damage because he accumulates based on damage received, so it's another one of those where you have to get hit for your damage to go. See look how much damage we're doing there when we weren't doing any attacks because we got hit and were able to accumulate. And that is one of the things I hate the most about characters that don't have super armor or don't have invincibility on any of their skills. It's just getting knocked back every 3 seconds against Knull here. Super frustrating, so definitely not going to be a character that I enjoy playing against Knull in particular, just because we get knocked back so much. And that's just something that probably frustrates me more than it should. It's just every time I get knocked back, I just get very irritated for some reason. Even though it's just like, hey, you just got knocked back once, just chill out. I just can't seem to relax after that, and I probably should not have used that tier 3. I was not really paying attention. I was just using the skills, just flying through, and I'm probably using Dr. Doom wrong now that I'm thinking about it, because it shouldn't be this difficult to get his accumulation going, but I feel like you do want to still proc on this skill here. We did get hit a few times there, luckily, because one of the things that I like about Dr. Doom is that luckily with his accumulation being 1 hit, he's not in an iframe on the 3rd skill, so that means you can actually accumulate, unlike a lot of other characters that are in iframe on the skill that you want to proc on. Ooh, imagine that. Oh, our circle is right over here, eh? Alright, let's do this. Nope, don't do that. And then, you know what, I'm just going to go into the... Yeah, we're just going to go right there. Boom, that was some damage. All right, there we go, making up for it. Like I said, once you get that accumulation going, his damage is really good. But if you don't get that accumulation going, his damage is pretty pitiful. I'm not going to lie, it's pretty bad without that accumulation. So he heavily relies on that. What do we got? I got 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. So he's actually doing better than... I'm just going to pop this, I think. He's doing better than War Machine. I'm kind of surprised. I thought War Machine was going to do better than him just because War Machine felt so much better to play. But War Machine's also one that has the pitfalls of accumulation when hit, and then also having an iframe on the skill that you're using. But anyway, that's going to be Knull for Dr. Doom here. So just like I was starting with War Machine, I'll give Dr. Doom a rating here for damage, survivability, and ease of play. For his damage, just because of how hit or miss the accumulation can be, I'm only going to give him a 6 on that. So damage is pretty low without the accumulation, but as soon as you get the accumulation, I mean, his damage would definitely bump up to like a 9. But since personally I find it hard to get the accumulation to be very consistent, that's why I'm going to give him a 6. But if you can get that accumulation consistent, then his damage would definitely be more like a 9 out of 10. But right now I'm giving him a 6 out of 10. For survivability, I'm giving him a 10 out of 10 for survivability. He's got a heal, he's got a revive, so he is very difficult to kill. So definitely has the survivability department covered. And then we're going to move on to ease of play. You've already heard me complaining, so he's not going to score very good on the ease of play. Just because he frustrates me, and I don't really like his skill rotation. I don't like that you have to get hit while accumulating. You do need a CTP of Rage to really make him viable. You can't really use a damage proc with him. I'm just going to give him a 4 out of 10 there. Again, these are all subjective. These are my personal preferences, how I enjoy the character and how the character feels to me when I'm using them. So you could definitely enjoy the character a lot more than me if you like his play style. If you don't, mind any of the pitfalls I was saying that I don't like, maybe you do like those certain aspects of the character. But yeah, for me personally, those are going to be my scores here against Knull. So now we're going to move over to Mephisto and see how he does over there. All right, so we're going to be moving on to Mephisto now. So here's stage 2. We have the exact same team here. And then we're going to be using some movement speed strikers instead of ignore dodge strikers, just because that really helps out from Mephisto. You don't necessarily need the ignore dodge here. I mean, it's nice to have, but he doesn't have, abnormally high dodge, so you can get away with not using any. So let's see what Dr. Doom can do over here against Mephisto. All right, let's let that skill go. We're going to do this. Let's pop that. All right. I need you to hit me once so my accumulation builds up, please. Alright, so we're just going to kind of stagger our rotation a little bit here. Okay, and now pop this, hopefully with the... Come on, Rage, where are you? Oh, he moved? Yeah, he switched face, okay. I was like, where did my Rage go? I thought I was going to proc there for the what's it called, our tier 3. Alright, we got a little bit of accumulation there. As you can see, that damage looks a lot better with the accumulation. So let's just go ahead and get this going, get this going. We're gonna get frozen here, so no point in popping that tier 3. But we don't really have to worry too much about ooh, yeah, what do you think about that, huh? Iframe ignore, and you can't even go into your mid-stage thing or whatever it is. Alright, so we need to switch characters here because we were getting trapped in that corner. But that's actually a pretty nice skip. I didn't really think about that. If you get him to be enraged here, he doesn't, switch phases or do any of his transformations until he is done with the rage. So we just skipped that mid-stage right there where he does like the full purple like sheet attack where it goes across the stage there. So that's actually pretty cool. I like that. Alright, so let's do this. Can move around with a third skill, so it doesn't really matter if he's doing this attack here. Alright, let's go ahead and pop this. Yeah, that's another thing why I really like characters with movement on their channeling skill, because it just really helps you get out of the way of these kind of attacks that you really don't want to get hit by, because they'll start stunning you, they'll knock you out of skills, or crowd control you. So he's doing a lot better here against Mephisto. This should almost kill him, actually. Yeah, the transformation interrupted us there. If that didn't interrupt us, we definitely would have killed him. Alright, let's get the movement, and there it is. Alright, I had a lot more fun playing Doom against Mephisto. And that was mainly just because I wasn't getting knocked back or stunned every like third second that Knull was doing to me. So a lot less frustrating to fight Mephisto with Dr. Doom here. And a lot more opportunities to kind of build up your accumulation, because Mephisto has a lot of like little dot damage. Like he has flames that will pop up around the map. His skills don't always guard break you, which is the huge thing, so you can actually get hit by a lot of his skills, not get guard broken, and still build up that accumulation. So a lot of those things play into Dr. Doom's favor to actually make him a lot more viable against Mephisto, I think, than Knull. Again, he does great against Knull. As you saw, the clear was very quick. He did it faster than I thought he was going to do it, but it's just the fact that it was so inconsistent to build up his accumulation. He just kept getting knocked back, he kept getting stunned, a lot of interruptions happening. Whereas over here with Mephisto, you can see I wasn't really getting interrupted much at all. Our accumulation was a lot easier to manage and kind of get almost every skill rotation some kind of accumulation, because we usually got hit at least once or had some kind of dot damage going on with us. So that was fantastic. So yeah, for Dr. Doom here, the scores are definitely going to be a lot different than against Knull. So for his damage against Mephisto here, put him a lot higher. I'd probably give him an 8. That was really nice. Yeah, the damage was really, really good. Might even be a 9 because it was very quick clear. But I'm going to stick with an 8. And then we're going to go to the survivability. Again, still a 10 out of 10 for survivability. He's got the revive. He has the heal. Even if I was getting frozen there and got stun locked for a while, I could just pop my, what was it, the 5th skill, right? Gives you that 50% heal and he'll be good to go. So yeah, I don't have any complaints about the survivability. It's fantastic. I wouldn't really change anything there. And then we move on to the ease of play. And against Mephisto here, like I said, I enjoyed the fight a lot more. He's a lot easier to play for this particular boss. So we'll give him a 7 over here, so we'll pop him up a little bit there. So I'll give him a 7 for ease of play, because you still have to rely on the accumulation, which is just something I don't like about characters, that they kind of need that accumulation to really get that burst damage out. But yeah, that's going to be Dr. Doom here. So again, let me know if you like these kind of videos with the rating system, or if you think I take too long kind of going over explaining the ratings, if you think I should just slap down, you know, the numbers that I think and not really give much explanation aside of, you know, saying, oh, his damage is good, we'll give him this. Survivability, no complaints, we'll give him this. Or ease of play, you know, I found this bad, this okay, so we'll give him this, and not really go into much detail. Or do you want me to just not include ratings in the video and maybe only do a spreadsheet where I kind of give my ratings there? Or do you just want me to get rid of the ratings altogether and just go back to just showing the clears of the characters? Because like I mentioned in a previous video, sometimes people just, you know, if it doesn't go with what they think of the character, they can get very annoyed with the rating system, or they think that they're better than that, then, you know, just kind of one of those things where it seems like it may be more trouble than it's worth. So I kind of want to get your opinion on that, because it's something new that I'm trying. I usually don't like to give, like, you know, actual ratings in terms of like concrete numbers or values. I just like to stick to, oh, I think this character is really good, he's strong at this, as you can see, he's able to do this, he's able to clear this. So, you know, if this is a character that you like, then hey, go ahead and invest in them, opposed to saying, all right, so I gave Doom a 8 for damage here, but I gave War Machine a 7 or something like that, so oh, that must mean that Dr. Doom is better, let's go with Dr. Doom. But then you get Dr. Doom, you don't like his playstyle, kind of thing. So, you know, that just little things like that. But anyway, that's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed, and of course I will catch you in the next one.